This is what a bad marriage can do. Very, very terribly bad marriage. And if you are married to a man whose common sense is so low, these are some of the things you go through. My brother, I have followed this issue for more than 10 years now. I am not just talking because of this. I remember an altercation between Pastor Lover and Captain Smart on Adom FM. In fact, Captain Smart was on radio. They were talking about the separation between Christina Love at the time and Pastor Love. Pastor Love, who was driving at the time, tuned into Adom FM and listened to what was happening. He drove into the studio directly in anger, using abusive words, vulgarity. And I wondered, is this truly a pastor that he needs counseling? For 10 years, I have abstained from talking about this, my brother, my sister. But I think it's time to talk about. Pastor Love is behaving like an infant. My brother, you were married to this woman. You teamed up as to what your contribution was in her music career. I wouldn't be able to tell. But at the time, we were told that you were the author of the songs. I remember there was even an incident with another gospel artist who finally died. Before this gospel artist died, in fact, he was crying and begging Pastor Love to forgive him because Pastor Love had said that he would kill him over some music rights. According to this man, Pastor Love had written a certain song or a couple of songs for him, and they had disagreed on the split. In other words, how much should go to you and how much should come to me. And Pastor Love cursed him and told him that he would die. The man got sick. I think it was Reverend Osei Bonsu or Usu Bonsu, one of the Bonsus. He was an accordion player. Osei Bonsu. Michael Osei Bonsu, that's his name. I remember how this man was begging. We heard his voice live on Peace FM, crying and begging. Pastor Love, Miss Shreo, Mama Min Wuate, Miss Shreo, me Paucho, Maya Bonifa Cheme. He ended up dying. Pastor Love denied all the cases that allegedly he leveled on this man. Michael Osei Bonsu died. This is a matter of history. My brother, I don't normally get involved in issues like this. Michael Osei Bonsu died, and his last words, he begged Pastor Love that he threatened that he would kill him because of music that he wrote for him. My brother, those of you who followed that thing can attest to this, right? Now, years down the line, there was a separation between Christina Love, now called Obaapa Christie, and the man here called Pastor Love. Oh my God, waiting be vulgarity. A man so unashamedly will go on the media and talk about how his wife was sleeping with who, and who. It reminded me of another man whose wife was a gospel artist. This name I want to keep under wraps, right? Later he ended up at a psychiatric hospital and passed on. He was also alleging that his wife was sleeping with a high life artist who is presently in Ghana, whose name I will also keep under wraps. This man, a Nigerian, ended up dead after everything. Why is this most of the time like this? When gospel artists, females, break away from their husbands become so vitriolic. They go out and talk. In the case of Gifty Osei, it was rather the woman who was talking. The man wasn't talking. You are those singing words of encouragement to people. You are those who are leading people to God. You are human. You can divorce. But when you divorce, keep it decent. Pastor Love has sworn that he will never let his ex-wife rest. Vulgarity here, vulgarity there, vulgar talk every now and then. When you listen to the tape, it's so nauseous. This is a woman that you had children with, right? This is the woman you go to the media destroying. When your children grow up and disrespect you, you say you don't understand. What's wrong with you? And this is a pastor. What kind of church do you pastor? Church of vulgarity? Or church of divorce? Or church of bitterness? Or church of anger? This is not the first time Pastor Love is using vulgarity on his ex-wife. The woman said that you didn't write any of her songs because you are illiterate or something like that. You got angry, my brother, and used abusive words, curses, because you cursed a man who died some years back. So you are taking advantage of this to curse your own ex-wife. You are so cheap, this man. What is this? You're supposed to be called a pastor. How many people are you pastoring? How many churches are you pastoring? It's one allegation to the other. Shut your mouth. It's okay. Some men have no respect for themselves at all. You have children with this woman. Let's even say she's a harlot. My brother, we have seen men who have been able to deal with harlots and bring them back and make them better people. Not this man. It's so sad. Those of you who are interested in that, you can check out Pastor Love and Captain Smart on YouTube. It's so sad how he behaved. Please, you need counseling. Your character is rotten and stinking. It's a shame. And if people continue going to your church, there must be something else that takes them there. Because your character is stinking. I'm not a fan of Christina Love. No. Of course, I like her performances on stage, but I'm not a fan of Christina Love. You know why? There was a time she made a comment, and I will never forget that comment. It was Ghana Music Awards. I remember. Prior, you remember prior? They dressed like Arabs. You understand? They dressed like Arabs. Oh, they looked good and nice. You know, to change the whole thing. It's entertainment. And when they came in there and sat down, that was when they did Angelina Komiko that year. When Christina Love had the opportunity to speak, she looked at them and jokingly, she said, "Hey, now why am I terrorist na more muye Al-Qaeda for and so anybody who dresses like an Arab is a terrorist, right? Well, I can forgive her for that. You know, when you don't have so much education, you might end up having some of these utterances come out of your mouth. It's years back, several years back, but it has remained with me. We have to be careful what we say. We must be truly careful. As for Pastor Love, please change your name. You are Pastor Hate. You are full of bitterness and hatred. They said Jesus Christ is sitting on the right-hand side of God. You are sitting on the right-hand side of Satan. Change. Your character is so nauseating. What is this? I'll leave it here.
Ya waleta matamsanga